Nick Reiner, the son of film director Rob Reiner and photographer Michelle Singer Reiner, struggled with drug addiction and homelessness for many years. According to reports, he entered rehabilitation programs at least 18 times before he turned 22 years old. Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle were found dead inside their home in the Brentwood area of Los Angeles on Sunday, December 14. Rob was 78 years old, and Michelle was 68. Police later arrested their 32-year-old son Nick in connection with their deaths and charged him with murder. Law enforcement officials confirmed that Nick was taken into custody on Monday, December 15. He was arrested near the campus of the University of Southern California at around 9:15 in the evening, more than 5 hours after the bodies of his parents were discovered in their home at approximately 3:40 in the afternoon. Multiple sources told People magazine that Nick was responsible for the killings. At this time, police have not publicly shared a motive. A report published by The Hollywood Reporter described Nick's long and painful history with addiction. Journalist Steven Zaitchik recalled meeting the Reiner family in 2015 during the Toronto International Film Festival. At the time, Rob and Nick were promoting the film Being Charlie, which Nick co-wrote. The movie was based on Nick's real-life experiences with drug addiction. Zaitchik wrote that Nick had just turned 22 on the day they met. According to the report, Nick had already been through rehabilitation programs about 18 times since his early teenage years. Some of those periods were spent living on the streets. At the time, the family believed Nick was sober and hoped the film marked a turning point in his life. During the dinner, Rob Reiner reportedly spoke proudly about his son. He said Nick had been through extremely difficult experiences and that watching him remain sober and help write the movie felt like a victory after years of pain. Rob admitted that being a parent in that situation was heartbreaking because he often felt powerless. Nick himself reportedly said that rehabilitation programs did not work for him. He explained that he felt resistant every time professionals tried to help him and that he struggled to connect with the methods used in those programs. In an earlier interview, Rob Reiner openly admitted that he and his wife were desperate to help their son. He said that when Nick told them rehabilitation was not helping, they did not listen closely enough. Rob said they trusted experts because of their credentials, even when they should have trusted their son's own words. Nick previously spoke publicly about how his addiction began in his early teenage years. He said that as his substance abuse worsened, he became increasingly distant from his family and eventually lived without stable housing in several states. He explained that he sometimes slept outside for days or weeks at a time. Nick also said that at one point he refused to enter rehabilitation programs. He explained that his parents told him he could not stay at home unless he followed their rules, which led to him becoming homeless. Those experiences later became the foundation for the film Being Charlie. The movie tells the story of a young man struggling with addiction and his tense relationship with his parents, especially his father, who takes a strict and controlling approach. The story closely reflected the real-life relationship between Nick and his parents. While promoting the film, Rob Reiner said revisiting those painful moments was extremely difficult. He said that both living through the experiences and later turning them into a movie forced him and his son to relive emotional highs and lows. Just a few months before the killings, Rob Reiner said in a radio interview that Nick had been drug-free for more than 6 years and appeared to be in a stable and healthy place in his life. The investigation into the deaths of Rob and Michelle Reiner is ongoing. Nick Reiner remains in custody and is being held without bail as he awaits his court appearance.